All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. You ready for some high-speed action tonight? Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. Today, we hit Worldwide Technology Raceway, also known as Gateway Raceway, for race number 7 of the season. It's a 150-lap race, and this egg-shaped oval will try your patience, man. Should make for some great racing. Hold on to your horses, boys and girls. It's all coming out live here on TurnLeftTV. Let's get this party started. Well, we got 150 big ones in store for you today here at Gateway Raceway, Worldwide Technology Raceway, if you will. It's the IndyCar Series, race number 7. Let's get this party started. All right, thank you so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Appreciate you being here today. Race number 7 of the season, and it's Worldwide Technology Raceway, located in Madison, Illinois. Used to live out there, actually. I've been to this track many, many times. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV, owner of High Octane Racing League. And this is the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series, round number 7. Taking a look at the schedule here. Of course, race number 7 here at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Next week, we finish out the season. Race number 8, it's Road America, the road course, the famous road course, the fast road course. And that'll be the season finale here in the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. Today's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you are interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. That's EliteHostingUSA.com. And thank you so much for joining me here on the YouTube channel, all those new subscribers. Hey, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't done so, and smash the bell. You get updates when races are going live here at TurnLeftTV. Thank you for all the support. Never thought I would be at 9:55. That's crazy. I know I'm not big time, but man, I'm really, really excited and honored that I have that many subscribers. That's crazy. Some more racing later tonight in the High Octane Racing League. Saturday Night Thunder, they'll be at Watkins Glen, another road course. Oh man, 35-lap race. And that is at 8 p.m. this evening. And it's Watkins Glen International in the High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder. High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks will be at the Tricky Triangle. That's Pocono Raceway for a 70-lap race on June the 18th, Wednesday, June the 18th, race number 3 of season number 3. And it is, what do you mean? It's all left turns, but it races like a road course, man. This is Pocono Raceway in the High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks. Just under 9 minutes left to go in the practice session. Give us a chance to take a look at our point standings coming into tonight. Hank Jan Staneker with the 296 points there. Woo! It's 100 points up on Bram Vandertang. Vandertang out here today, top of the grid so far. But Gordon Carter sits third. Claudio Bardelli Jr. fourth. Dennis Judicic is fifth. You see John Stanley, Ritsky Novar, William Snowden, Emerson Scott, and Ed Palumbo rounding out the top 10. Look at page number 2 there, led up by Peter Church. And then page 3, Givaldo Spindola leading up that page in P21. So 29 drivers joining us throughout the season, although I don't know where they are today. We're a little bit low on numbers here right now, so. Take a look at the track at Gateway or Worldwide Technology Raceway. I can almost point to my house when this thing starts swinging. I can almost point to where I used to live. No, I don't live that close to it, but I was pretty close. This is located in Madison, Illinois, right there across the river from St. Louis. 1.25 miles in length, 2 kilometers in length, 4 turns, and it is an egg-shaped oval. Turns 1 and 2 banking at 11 degrees, and 3 and 4 at 9 degrees. It kind of races like a road course, maybe 75% oval and 25% road course. That's the way I would explain Gateway. It's a lot of fun in the stock cars too, but these guys have got a really fun night in store for them here at this track in the Indy cars. That's 6.5 minutes left to go in the practice session. Give me a chance to give you my keys to the race here today. And I'll show you these again when we populate the grid. Save tires. This thing is a little tough on tires. And corner transition, it's not super hard getting into the corners. It's really getting through the corners that is super difficult. You can be too wide as well, kind of way down there nearly on the zebra. But coming off the turn, it's easy to get into the outside wall. Set up those passes. It's going to take you a little bit to get around people here, and be patient. Make good pit stops as always. That's I think that's the same. Ooh, right there, a little loose off the corner for Vandertang. So make good pit stops. That's always a big key in every track we go to, man. Make good pit stops. Want to get on and off pit lane as smoothly as possible and as quickly as possible. You gain a lot of positions, a lot of time practicing pits. That's one of those aspects, I think, of racing that a lot of sim racers fail to do. See that a lot in the ovals. They're just more interested in going out and doing some hot laps, and they don't really practice getting on and off pit lane. on pit lane, pitting, and then off pit lane, transitioning back out onto the track. The High Octane Racing League Bushwhackers Xfinity Series, they had a great race last night. Very exciting race. They were at Michigan last night. They'll be at Pocono on this Friday on June the 20th. It's race number 2 of the brand new season, a 70-lap race at Pocono in the Xfinity Series. Get what it's like to take a lap around this joint. We're going to turn 1, little downshift here. Trying to stay as close to that zebra as possible and off the wall, and that corner exit, and a lot of speed down this backstretch. Feels like you're going downhill a little bit as you go through here. In the back end of the car, wanting to step out here. Whoa! Step out on Emerson Scott. So that is not what you want to do. Get that out in practice session. So it looks like it's a little loose coming off or between 3 and 4. We're on board here with JJ, Jair Lafayette. Down a couple gears there. He downshifted twice, I believe. Didn't like that. Somebody's going to give me a full lap. Oh, gosh. Last time I do that one without telling them. But trying to see what they can get out of their cars here in the practice session. Got a low crowd here tonight, man. There's something else going on with some of these drivers, but a little disappointing that these guys didn't show up or haven't shown up. So still some time left, about a minute and a half left in the practice session. Scott giving it another shot here. Now 6th on the grid. 27.369, and he does better that. So now he's doing a 2.95. Oh, a little wiggly there. Little wiggly there, coming off of 4. Step on the gas. Take a look at we got a low crowd here, man. Only 7 drivers. A little disappointing with some of these folks here, but so practice session is over, and we are headed over to the qualification session. Take a look at the session results here in practice. Vandertang at the top of the grid with 26.223. Peter Church second, Jair Leveda third, Dana Grover fourth, and Gordon Carter rounding out the top 5. These guys are headed to quals. All right, headed over to quals. We'll see who the first one out on the grid will be. Peter Church is the first one out of the gate. We'll take a look at where Peter Church will land. So 6.459 in sector number 1. Down the backstretch there into turn 3. .26998 for Peter Church. Take a look at Dana Grover, the Trax VR sponsor machine. 26.998 is the time, or excuse me, 26.998 by Peter Church is the time to beat. .26594 now the time to beat. Gordon Carter at the top of the grid. Now Dana Grover is on his first time lap. .27817 P4 so far for Dana Grover. Emerson Scott with a 26.160 up to P3. Emerson Scott there in the pit area. Take a look at Alexander Meshkov. Let's see where Alexander Meshkov lands his car here for the grid. Oh, a little loose there for Meshkov. Those tires heated up. And would imagine he's going to be probably third or fourth by the time it's said and done. Gordon Carter at the top of the grid. Peter Church second. Emerson Scott third. Dana Grover fourth. Oh, and Alexander Meshkov. Hard contact. Wow. That's just snapped around on him. And just before you know it, Alexander Meshkov is in the fence. Look at that, just losing the back into that car and hard into the fence. On board here and just watch this steering wheel snap. Right there, just want to hold on to that. Try to save it, but at some point you're just on for a ride. So Meshkov will start at least P6. Nothing out of qualifications there for JJ. Looks like he's going to start from the back. Little loose there on corner exit. So that is it for the qualification session, I believe. Well, they get about 5 minutes left to go, but I think that's all the folks that are going to qualify. And again, thank you so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Always appreciate you being here. I have a lot of fun doing this. Let's get this party started.
TurnLeftTV. 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 Your butts, cause this is gonna be a great show. Heath Johnson saying all you need to know. We got fast cars racing, hopefully you're pacing. Are you ready for some high-speed action? Step on the gas, alright. Race fans, my heavens, my heavens. Bushwhackers! Saturday night! Thunder! Tough trucks!
All right. Thank you so much for being here and being patient. Hope you like the songs. It's the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series, and we are at Gateway today. 150 lap race at this great egg-shaped oval. We are just finished with the qualification session. We'll give you the results here very shortly. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV. It says broadcast director. Oh my God, have I been moved up the food chain? Promoted? Who was that guy that promoted me? Oh man. Looks like qualifications are over. In case you're just joining us, this is High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series, and this is race number 7 of an 8-race season. We are at Gateway. So there's just one more race to go after that, and that'll be Road America 40-lap race on June the 21st. It's like qualifications are finished, and we'll give you the results. Bram Vandertang qualifies P1 with a 26.258. C. Gordon Carter qualifies second. Peter Church third. Emerson Scott fourth. Dana Grover fifth. Alexander Bashkov qualifies in the 6th position. JJ elected not to qualify. We've had 2 more drivers join us here in the warm-up session, so a little bit of a small crowd here tonight. Some of those guys that signed up for this league are probably going to have a conversation. Thank you for joining me here on TurnLeftTV on the YouTube channel, man. That's where I'm at, YouTube. So 955 subscribers. Thank you for all of those new subscribers, and thank you, of course, to all those folks who've been here really from the beginning or somewhere in between. I appreciate your support here at TurnLeftTV. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't done so, and smash the bell. Get updates when races are going live. Well, I said that here we would look again at the keys to the race. Save your tires, man. This thing is tough on tires. It doesn't look really gritty, but it's just the speed you carry into the corners really makes it tough on those tires. Corner transition is super important. We see some guys get loose. Also coming off the corners, it's easy to get into the outside wall, like really, really tight. There's a safer barrier there, so that makes it really tight, super tight on corner exit. Make sure you set up your passes. Be patient here because you don't want to get in a situation where you're overdriving the car, trying to get around somebody. You get around them and you spin. Plus, you want to save those tires as well. So good to there'll probably be a little bit of communication between some of these guys here tonight. Usually if somebody's run you down on the track, then they're going to kind of not fight you too hard, let you have that spot without too much problem. Be patient here tonight. Patience is a virtue, right? And especially important here at Worldwide Technology Raceway. And make good pit stops, too, getting on and off pit lane. Pit road entrance is right there as we follow it around. So you looking at the access road here. That access road can be quite tough. If you carry too much speed and you get in this grassy area between the track and the grass and the access road, then you are on ice. And you'll spin up into the wall. And that's not good. So make good pit stops. Really important. Coming up later tonight, the High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder Next Gen cars will be at Watkins Glen International for a 35-lap race. Interesting, man. I had the cars out there, just not really throwing a setup in there, just drove the car. It's a little different there from the old Cup cars, but I think in some places I didn't like them as well. In some places I did like them as well, if not better, than the older version of the stock cars. So anyway, those guys are going to be Watkins Glen testing out that track here tonight, 35-lap race, and that will be at 8 p.m. Got about 4 minutes left to go in the practice session, or in the warm-up session. We did take a look at the schedule. Next week we'll be at Road America for the final race of the season. 40-lap event there, and that, of course, starts at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on June the 21st. Minutes left to go in warm-up. Hey, don't forget to support our good buddy here at High Octane Racing League, and that is Claudio Bardelli Jr. Claudio has his own podcast channel there on YouTube called Sobatom Podcast, where he talks all things music. I think he specializes in samba, but some great Brazilian artists and people that are in the music business there, and probably some people from all around the world joining him on the Sobatom Podcast. Please check him out there on YouTube. Got a couple minutes left to go in warm-up before we get the command to start the engines. Good time for us to check in and make sure the 2 wide is working. Looks like it is. Thank heavens. Something's going right.
We'll step on the gas.
Tough Trucks, man. Very fun series coming up on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. This Wednesday, they'll be at Pocono. Tricky Triangle for a 70-lap race number 3 of a brand new season. And that's coming up at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on June the 18th. Now, hopefully you got your winners pick in here. That's what I got to do. Tell you what, man. I'm going to pick the guy that I know loves IndyCars, and that's why he's here today. My pick to win this race is going to be Jair Oliveira. JJ is at the top of the grid here in the warm-up session, and I think he might have the sweet sauce here today. So we'll see. Again, thank you for coming in, and let's go! Let's go, baby! So Worldwide Technology Raceway here tonight. And let's take a look at the starting order. So Brand Vandertang starts in first. Gordon Carter starts at a second position. Peter Church starts third. Emerson Scott will start in the fourth position. Starting in fifth will be Dana Grover. Sixth is Alexander Meshkov. Jair Oliveira starts at the seventh position. And eighth is Antonis Paparanopoulos. John Stanley will start in the ninth position. So 150 lap race. Bram Vandertang will lead the field to take the green flag. He sits on the pole. Gordon Carter starts on the outside of row one there in P2. Peter Church, Emerson Scott make up row number two.
Green flag, go, go, go.
And we're off here at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Vandertang into the corner, hard into the corner, got a good race for P2. Make it three wide here before long, but it looks like Gordon Carter and Emerson Scott battling for position. Gordon Carter on the high side there. Emerson Scott's down on the inside, and looks like Paparanopoulos got around. Oh, Emerson Scott hard into the outside. Slammed up the track, and then we got another car into the wall as well. Wow. But he got in the grass. Take a look here. Somebody got into the grass area. Looks like down here, Emerson Scott gets down onto the zebra there. Got loose, got down on the zebra and then onto the grass and comes across, gets into Jair Oliveira. All right, so caution flag there. Asked those guys if they want to do a restart, so the vote was no. Here's what it is. So first caution flag there. Tough lick there for John Stanley. He was involved. Emerson Scott and Jair Oliveira also involved. Kind of go back and look at that. Touched the, just got snappy loose right there. It's down onto the grass and then across into JJ's path. And JJ up into the outside wall. Wow. Take a look here at JJ. He had nowhere to go. He's going to get launched right here. Boom! Into the outside wall and the fence as well. Meshkov, lucky he missed that stuff, but Peter Church had a look at that. Take a look at this. Peter Church had a look at just in front of him. Snappy up into the car, Oliveira, and Oliveira in the fence. Go back here to live and check on Emerson Scott. He is back out on the track. Actually, it looks like Emerson Scott is on pit lane. There we go. Got the right one. Sometimes these generic schemes, and you got some new schemes and so forth, it's hard for me to, use the tags. I don't really like the tags so much. I like them briefly, kind of like that, but I don't like to leave them on. I saw somebody's stream the other day that was actually using those tags while they were in the car for everybody, and I couldn't even see half the cars. All the tags were up. So Vandertang, the leader. Gordon Carter second. Papadopoulos is third. Peter Church fourth. Dana Grover in the fifth position. So we are getting ready to go back green. Checking on everybody. It looks like John Stanley is on pit lane here late. Emerson Scott, of course, on pit lane taking some service. Probably a lot of service there for him. That car was really, really messed up, and he is going to be on pit lane for a minute. All right, safety car's off. Ready to go back green. Graham Vandertang will lead the field, take the green flag. Gordon Carter is in second, but now being challenged by Antonis Papadopoulos, who's on the inside line. Gordon Carter on the outside line, and Antonis picks up that spot. He had to work for it, but he got around Gordon Carter. He had a good jump there on the restart. Dana Grover in this mix as well. Dana running in the fourth position. John Stanley making hard contact with the outside wall. That car made contact. Definitely going to be some right side issues now. That was some pretty significant contact for John Stanley coming off the corner. Papadopoulos in P2, but our race leader is Graham Vandertang. Papadopoulos in the second position. Gordon Carter now third. We got a good battle here for P4, and that is Dana Grover, Peter Church, and Alexander Meshkov. Well, Meshkov back there in sixth. Church now going to give it a look here down below Dana Grover. And Peter Church going to pick up a spot as Dana Grover now falls back to the 5th position. So Peter Church now up to P5. Dana Grover is running in the, Peter Church the 4th. Dana Grover's in 5th. That's why we use the tags. I know. That's where I do like to use the tags, but I don't like all of them on at once. Especially when I'm driving. Not happening. So Peter Church has gotten around Dana Grover for the 5th position, or 4th position. Dana Grover is in 5th. Alexander Meshkov running in the 6th position. He got started a little bit late here. I'm not sure he made the grid. He had to come off pit lane and catch up to the field, so he's running in the 6th position right now. See Grover going high there and really missed corner entry, and these guys being really careful, especially early on. Bram Vandertang is the race leader in the 08 car. Antonis Paparanopoulos. No, AP is running in the 2nd position. These guys have opened up about a 2.5, almost 3-second gap on the rest of the field on the P3. Give you an idea where the leader's at. About 6/10 ahead right now. We'll do the start-finish line there. They'll go to the race leader and P2. Meshkov and Grover here battling it out. Have to take a look at that battle there. And there are Emerson Scott, John Stanley, and JJ after that significant damage there, and there are the race leaders. Take a look at this battle here. This is just a moment ago as Alexander Meshkov battling Dana Grover. Meshkov to the inside. Dana Grover trying to fight back on the outside, but I think Meshkov might have that position. And Grover has to tuck in, so Grover dropping a couple positions here in the last 5 or 6 laps. Grover says, I don't think so, man. It's not over. Grover says it's not over. It's got to be his nickname. It's not over, Grover. He's going to get mad at me. And he's making a story here. He was diving underneath Meshkov. He might have been watching the broadcast. And he's not going to let Meshkov get away from him. That's a good battle there on the track. Take a look at Paparanopoulos closing in a little bit on Bram Vandertang as the race leader, but AP starting to close in a little bit. Only around 6/10 separate the two of those guys. Gordon Carter here having a great night. He's running in the 3rd position, that 77 car. Got the Ukrainian paint scheme going on. That's definitely thinking about all the people there. We just want everybody to go home and be able to live long, happy lives with their families and friends and neighbors and so forth. But Gordon Carter out here in the 56, running in the 3rd position. good run here for him. One of our great Canadian drivers. Picked up a lot of duties not duties, but volunteered to pick up some extra stuff to do with the race league, and he has been hugely helpful to me, especially in this busy time where I've got a lot of homework to do in classes I've taken. So he's done a great job of stepping up and also kind of putting his stamp on it too. That's really awesome. So appreciate that. And he is running in P3 right now. Peter Church running in the 4th position. Got 4.5 seconds down to P3. Peter Church 4 seconds down to the race, or excuse me, to 11 seconds down to the race leader. And behind him is Alexander Mashkov, who's gotten around Dana Grover, now setting his sights on Peter Church just ahead. On board here with Mashkov, Peter Church up there in P4. Mashkov wanting to close in, and he and Dana Grover have been chipping away a little bit at that gap with Peter Church, so we might have a 3-way battle here before long. And Dana Grover's definitely not out of it, as Mashkov had gotten around him, but he is maintaining his own, keeping the fight up here in P6. Take a look at that battle there. About half a second separate the two of those guys. Mashkov and Grover. Grover might be a little bit faster corner entry, but he drops off there on corner exit. That was a tough transition there for him. John Stanley, who's moved his way up to the 7th position. As we're starting to see the race leaders now closing in. And Stanley at the tail end of the lead lap is going to give these guys a lot of room. Oh, he's up into the outside wall. Got to be careful there. Keep your eye on the track as those guys go around, but that's hard to do. So John Stanley now in the 7th position. Vandertang had gotten by. Followed by Antonis Papadopoulos, P1, P2, and this is a tight battle. Alexander Mashkov, Peter Church here battling out. Mashkov to the inside. Crossing the start-finish line into turn 1, and Mashkov is going to get that position. And I'll tell you what, man, this is a good battle here. Dana Grover in this mix as well. And he may smell blood in the water. As Mashkov got around, we'll take a look at this. All board here with Mashkov, and he gets a good run down the front stretch across the start-finish line into turn 1 and just throws that car into the corner. And good acceleration off the turn. And Dana Grover had to be watching that. Saying, okay, let me mark that down. Okay, put that in my notes. And here I come. And look at that, man. Whoa, as that checkup. Peter Church had to check up and let Mashkov get by and finish off that pass. And that allowed Dana Grover to close in. That was really, really fast close in. Take a look at this again. Watch this in the corner. Look how fast he catches up to Peter Church at that point because of that little bit of fight there through the corner. Some great IndyCar racing here at High Octane Racing League. Graham Vandertang is the leader. That was not good. There we go. Got to learn my sequence. Vandertang is the leader here, as about 7/10 back is Antidus Papadopoulos. OAP is dropped a little bit of time here in the last few laps, as Vandertang starting to open up a little bit of a larger gap. Gordon Carter is in P3. Starting to roll up on some lap traffic. Just ahead, a little lap traffic there, I believe. Or no, that's yeah, that is some lap traffic there. John Stanley. John is likely to give him the bottom line. Gordon Carter going to sneak through. A little Canadian gentleman-like move on both their parts. Fellow Canadians there racing here in the IndyCar series. Peter Church now closing back in on Meshkov. Peter Church on the inside of Alexander Meshkov. And Peter Church gets around Meshkov. Meshkov says, not so fast. Meshkov back to the inside, little crossover move. Oh boy, there's some stock car racing right there. Some crossing over. See that a lot in stock cars. And Meshkov getting that spot back. What a sequence there. Take a look. This is that run that Peter Church had on Meshkov. And got around Meshkov, but off the corner. He gets in on the rumble strips just a little bit. High exit. And that gives Meshkov the room he needs to be able to get back by. How about that? And Dana Grover had a look at that. He had more notes. See that pass. And then Meshkov uses that inside line, just a little bit different corner entry and exit for Meshkov. And those guys swap positions again. Take a look at Emerson Scott. He had trouble early on. He is 2 laps down, running in the 8th position. JJ as well, 2 laps down. And Emerson Scott on the high line. He's already let the leader go by. Now Papadopoulos trying to get through. So Papadopoulos running behind the lap car of Emerson Scott. And he wants to get through to try to set his sights on the race leader. He's got a good run here off the corner. He's going to probably get down below him. There he does. Down the front stretch. And Emerson Scott did not fight as he shouldn't have. So he did a good job there. Good gentleman-like move. Emerson Scott giving him a lot of room off the corner where he can get by. Emerson Scott running in the 8th position. Check out JJ here. He had trouble, really big trouble early on. And he's running in the 9th spot, 2 laps down. I think this car just not feeling very well for him after he got made contact with the outside wall early on. Big crash there early in the race. He's trying to play catch up here, hoping that some of these guys maybe have some trouble on pit lane so he can gain a couple positions. .39 laps in, and Bram Vandertang is our race leader. Running in P2 is Antonis Papadopoulos. Gordon Carter 3rd. Meshkov running in the 4th position. Peter Church running in P5. And it looked like JJ was going to come down pit lane, but missed the pits. Looks like Papadopoulos on pit lane. So Antonis. So on pit lane there for Antonis Papadopoulos. We'll take a look at Graham Vandertank still out on the track. Gordon Carter here running in the second position now with AP on pit lane. Jairo Leveda also on pit lane. Big time fix for him. He's trying to salvage a good run here, given the early race incident for him. Don't forget to join us on Friday night in the High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series, the Xfinity Series, race number 2 of a brand new season. Will be at Pocono Raceway, 70-lap race. Another one of those ovals, sort of an oval. The triangle that races like a road course and an oval. Tough Trucks will be at Pocono as well on Wednesday night. They will kick off the week with 2 tracks. We'll be at Pocono, 2 series in High Octane Racing League. We'll be racing for Pocono. That's coming up on Wednesday, June the 18th in the High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks series. Dana Grover's worked his way up to P5 with the penalty that Papadopoulos had to serve for his entry into a pit lane, I believe. I think that might have been what happened there. Dana Grover now in the 5th position. Peter Church has worked his way up. Grover's in 5th position. Peter Church is in the 4th position. Peter Church had an interesting race here so far. He's been battling with Dana Grover quite a bit. And Meshkoff. Meshkoff just ahead, running in the 3rd position. On board here with Alexander Meshkoff. Actually, this is Peter Church on board. You have your name on your steering wheel. Uh-oh, yellow flag. I'm hearing there's a yellow flag. So yellow flag, and it looks like Jairo Leveda has had some trouble. More trouble there, and he is missing. Looks like he's missing some parts of the car there. Not sure. See what happened to JJ. Up on the high side and just gets a ton of speed into the corner and off the wall. And yeah, just, oh man, he may not have thought there was going to be that much of a check up there. Go on here, take a look. Whoa! And into the outside wall. Coming around and more contact now on that left side. So take a look at John Stanley. Bram Vandertang is, there's a little talk there on the radio about pitting and where to pit. You are to pit going into turn 3 and use the access road around onto pit lane. And if you don't do that, you miss that and try to come right off the track off of turn 4, technically kind of in the middle of turn 4, then you will probably receive a penalty. Vandertang is on pit lane here with this caution flag. We get a good battle here. We get the camera to fly in front of the fence, not behind the fence. I know, raise the camera. I need a gimbal for my mouse pad. So Bram Vandertang, Gordon Carter, Peter Church, Dana Grover, and Alexander Meshkov make the top 5. Next week, we will be at Road America for the final race of the season. 40-lap race coming up on June the 21st. Right here on TurnLeftTV at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will actually, 1 p.m. we'll kick off the broadcast. Probably about 1 or at 12:45, maybe even 12:30, depending. 1 o'clock is the qualification time. Got some chatters in here. We've been ignoring the chatter. There's been so much action on the track. Got Dennis Judicic in here, I believe. Hammer. And then the almighty Amberleaf. It's like Antonis is able to, since he was in front of the field, gets to drive around and get to the end of the start, end of the line. So good news for him. That's one of those rules. It's a little bit different, man. It's single file restarts, and lap cars are mixed in. But if you are a lap car in front of the leader, you get to drive around and get your lap back. But the downside of that is that you are on old tires. Here we go. Get ready to go back green. Lap 54. And John Stanley getting a penalty. Go back to green, as Bram Vandertang is the race leader. He's got a pretty sizable lead there, about 2.5 seconds. And He's maintaining that lead, but Peter Church running into second position now with that problem with Antonis Papadopoulos. And he got mired back, but he's trying to work his way back up to the front. Maybe those tires are not feeling too bad. He is battling Gordon Carter. Carter on the outside line. Antonis AP on the inside line. Antonis cannot pull off the pass there. Gordon Carter, a little bit better tires, holding on to that spot. His battle is for the fourth position. AP on board here with him. Gordon Carter just ahead. Hard into the corner, downshift. And a little bit of middle off. And not quite as good as Gordon Carter. And Carter running in fourth. Meshkov has worked his way up to the third position. Kind of a disastrous start of the race there for him, but now here he is in the top five. And setting his sights maybe on Peter Church, who's running in P2. John Stanley here running in the eighth position. He's got 3 laps down. Ahead of him, 2 laps down, is Emerson Scott. Dana Grover running in P6. The end of this this line here. I don't know what has happened to that camera angle there. It's getting crazy. We haven't been seeing that all race until I started fumbling around with the camera. Dana Grover running in 6th. He is about 13 seconds down to the race leader. And we got a caution flag. It looks like Emerson Scott has come around. So something's going on with Emerson Scott. He's back going in the right direction, but definitely something went on with him. It caused him to come around. We'll take a look at Emerson Scott. And then just gets loose in the middle of the corner. Middle of turns 1 and 2. And gets it going on the backstretch, but snapped loose on him. Oh, he touched the curb right there. That's not good. Get down on those rumble strips. Got a bad angle trying to get up off those rumble strips. And the car ends up coming around on him. Right there, he touches the rumble strips. You can see now he's headed in the wrong direction. Bad angle right there at the apex, loses it. We go back to live here as under our, what is it, second caution, third caution? Graham Vandertang did not want to see those guys back up on his heels, but I'll tell you who definitely wanted to see that caution flag. That is Antonis. He was on a little bit older tires and now finds himself P5 with the opportunity maybe to come down and grab some fresh rubber here. We'll have to see how this shakes out. He could potentially give up some track position, but he'll be on fresher tires if those guys behind him stay out. And he is coming down pit lane, so definitely thought that's probably what he should do. He's fought hard to put himself back in a position where he gets his lap back, and now he's going to get fresh rubber. It looks like he might be speeding there as well, so Antonis speeding on pit lane. So he's going to give up some positions here. So it looked like AP got a stop and go for passing cars that were on the track. Came around on pit lane. Let's take a look here. So right there, he gets around, and he's going to get around Gordon and potentially get around a couple other cars here. So he's passing cars here on the track. They're out there on the track. And when you cross pit line, he went around 2 cars essentially, beat them to that timing line area, and he's supposed to be back behind those cars, so he ends up getting a penalty. And you kind of see this again. He's going to pass a couple cars here. See him pass Gordon Carter and looks like maybe even Meshkoff as well. And almost Peter Church. So there is the penalty. It's tricky because, you know, these ovals, these are just things that we know. I mean, we just we just get it. We race these all the time, and you know, this is the type of stuff we see. For the jaggedy going on. I don't know what was going on there, but probably a camera that got stuck. Safety car lights are out, but what I would say is we race stock cars all the time, and we race this track quite a bit, so it's, you know, something that's really familiar to us of where to be when you have those access road situations like that. Peter Church running in, going to start in the second position as Alexander Meshkoff will be third, Gordon Carter fourth, and AP running in the fifth position, but he will have to do a penalty. So here we go, getting ready to go back green. Back to green. Papadopoulos jumping on the inside line here, hoping to get around some of these guys so he can get as much time as he can. The Church a little bit loose there off the corner. Church almost came around, maybe watching his mirror, looking through his mirrors there and seeing AP on the inside. And AP is in a hurry right now. Church running in the second position, but it is a hornet's nest. Meshkoff in this mix as well. He's on the inside. Up on the outside line. Alexander Meshkoff hard into the corner. Peter Church holds on to that position. Some good battling here. I don't know what that popping is. I have never seen that. Connection, I guess. See Papadopoulos coming down pit lane here, taking some, or not taking service, but serving his penalty. So Papadopoulos is serving his stop-and-go penalty. And the race leader is Bram Vandertank. Don't want to speed as you're doing this, too, by the way. So you got Papadopoulos now finishing up his stop-and-go, coming back out on track. A tough break there for him, man. That's 2 times, I think, he's gotten caught with penalties. On board here with Bram Vandertank. Smooth sailing for him. His hitcher marks. 72 laps in. Approaching halfway. Alexander Meshkoff running in the second position. Good battle here for P3, by the way. Gordon Carter's in the fourth position. Just ahead of him is Peter Church. That battle is tight. Peter Church, Gordon Carter. Church running in P4. Gordon Carter is in, or excuse me, Peter Church in the third position. Gordon Carter is in fourth. Carter to the inside, battling down the straightaway. He's got a good run on the inside. Will he be able to make it stick? Going into the corner. Whoa! And that got a little close. Gordon Carter pulled it off, though, as Peter Church now back to the fourth position. Wow. So Gordon Carter battling Peter Church. What a good battle that was. We'll take a look. Take a look at us again. Here is Gordon Carter on the inside. Sorry about that. Gordon Carter on the inside. Peter Church fighting on the outside line. And whoa, man, he almost drifted up there, but Peter Church was ready to evade if he came up. And a good clean pass there for Gordon Carter. Peter Church back to P4. And the tank says, I don't want any of that, man. Just let me out here, lead, and deal with the lap traffic when I catch it. Neshkov having a good run here in the second position. In the 7 car. He's got Jair Oliveira down below. JJ throwing it into the corner there, turn 1. Through 2 and off of 2 down the backstretch now, and he's got a run. And he's going to get around and pick up a position. No, he's going to stay where he's at because he is a couple laps down, 4 laps down, looks like. But let's take a look at Dana Grover here, running in the 5th spot. Dana Grover now rolling up onto the back end of Peter Church's car. This is 4th position. Dana Grover's got a run here on Peter Church. Gordon Carter running in the 3rd position as well. And this battle is for P4 as Dana Grover to the inside. Battling Peter Church. Dana Grover now picking up a spot. Peter Church falling back to P5. So just patience. Peter's car is not quite as good right now, and you see Dana Grover diving down to the inside, and he's going to get around Peter Church. Peter Church now tucking in the 5th position. But not a lot of fight there for Peter. He realizes, hey man, I'll maybe save my tires or stuff like this if the car's just falling off for him right now, and giving Dana Grover that spot. That's going to be something that's returned to you later down the road if the opportunity presents itself. Gentleman's like agreement right there. If you don't fight me too hard, if I catch you, you're going to get the same in return, unless it's the last 10 laps. He's not having to fight for a position. That's Bram Van de Tank. He is the leader. He's got a pretty sizable lead. About 5.5 seconds or so on P2. Take a look at Emerson Scott. Emerson Scott running in P7. Been an early, had an early problem, but out here mixing it up in a Trax VR paint scheme. Racing from the Trax VR facility. He's running in the 7th position in the 26 car. Actually, probably not 20s. Yeah, this looks like it's 26. So Sometimes the numbers that I have don't match the actual car because they do skin uploads. In this case, it did. He's running in P7. Thanks to Tracks VR for providing him a place to race. How about that? Give him a little screen time. Tracks VR, man. You're in that Calgary area, and I think there's some other facilities around Canada. There you go. Give him a look. We'll set you up with a sim rig that you can rent out there and race in your sim race. And maybe have a few beverages and some pretty girls slide through there once in a while. John Stanley running in P8. He's not had the night I think that he was hoping to have, but he jumped in at the last minute really to kind of help us out, so we appreciate that. He was in the chat session, sent me a message, said, yeah, hey man, by the time I saw it, it wasn't too far away from quals, I don't think, but he jumped in, got the car out, and he's running in P8. JJ had some early trouble here. Jay Oliveira had some early trouble here tonight. And he is 4 laps down. He was involved in a really big, insignificant incident there at the beginning of the race and finds himself just trying to make some laps here. He likes Indy cars. I'm sure he's disappointed that happened, but those are the risks that we take here, I guess, when we race. We take a look at Antonis Papadopoulos on the inside of Jair Oliveira. And Antonis running in P6, 1 lap down. I feel like there's a sense of urgency. Got a lot of laps to go here. He's running in the 89 car. Graham van der Tang, the leader, getting around the lap car. John Stanley. Been a solid race here for Bram. He really hasn't had to fight too hard. He did have Antonis breathing down his neck there for a little while, but Antonis has made an error, pit entry error, and got a penalty and had to serve the penalty. And then I believe there was another situation where he, on the restart or on pitting, he came down through the access road and passed a couple cars that were still out on the track. When he crossed the timing line there, it penalized him again. So he's had a tough night. But Brand van der Tang in control. No mistakes here so far for him, as he's got a 5-second lead over Alexander Meshkov. Meshkov running in P2 has got Gordon Carter in his mirror. Gordon Carter just behind, running in the 3rd position. As Meshkov, this guy can just flat out drive anything, man. I've known Meshkov for quite a long time, racing his some of his events, and he's raced with us a lot, and he does a great job. It's been a great source of information for me as he's running up on some lap traffic here. He dives down to the inside. And is Gordon Carter going to try to follow him through? Meshkov says, you can go ahead and get on through, but you stay behind me. Gordon Carter says, okay, for now, buddy. So Meshkov been a great source of, he's done some stuff with tracks. He has been a great source of information for me when I'm trying to figure something out. He's a wealth of knowledge with respect to RF2. And, whoa, must have seen me talking about him. It looks like he made contact with the outside wall there. Let's go back and look at this. Meshkov looks like he made contact with the outside wall. Right here. And what a horrible place to make contact too, man. That was really dangerous. I'm not sure what he was doing there. Took his eye off the road there for a second and almost crashed out of the race. Might have been a little bit of a warp. Graham Vandertank now rolling up on Emerson Scott. Graham Vandertank closing in on Emerson Scott. Emerson running in the 7th position. Want to get around as quickly and painlessly as he can. You see the 26 up on the high side as the race leader on the inside line, and he's going to give him a lot of room there, but he was trying to hold on, I think, but Emerson Scott slung that car into the corner, drifted up, and gave Graham Vandertank the room that he needed. Graham Vandertank now getting around through some lap traffic as Jairo Leveda is finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. JJ running in the 9th position. One of our great Brazilian drivers. I've been knowing JJ for quite a number of years now. We're probably looking at 4, 5, 6 years. Through sim racing, and he's also been a wealth of knowledge as well. Had to take some breaks there for a bit, living life and family and job and so forth, but here he is running in the 9th position in the IndyCar series. Gordon Carter now going to pick up a position here as I think Alexander Meshkov has come down pit lane. So Gordon Carter now up to the 2nd position. Meshkov is on pit lane as we speak. So Alexander Meshkov making service here on lap 103. Finishing up his pit stop. Doesn't take too long, man. These guys don't fool around in Indy cars. Meshkov now back off pit lane on the access road, and he will rejoin the racing surface in P6. Meshkov now down lap. Papadopoulos also down a lap. The last car on the lead lap would be Peter Church. He's running in the 4th position. Dana Grover just ahead, so about 4/10 separate the two of those guys, Dana Grover and Peter Church. Grover running in P3, about 3.5 tenths ahead of Peter Church. That is the tightest battle on the track. Peter Church, Dana Grover. Antonis Paparanopoulos running in the 5th position. He is the first car 1 lap down. Been a tough night there for AP. He has had a couple penalties he's had to serve. And we say sometimes, and man, literally here in the last few days here in Indiana, just north of Indianapolis, it has been, when it rains, it pours. We mean that literally, because the last few days it certainly was. Man, I got scared to death. We had some issues there that to take care of in a hurry. And a lot of rain in a short amount of time here in Indiana. But AP has had some rain on his parade today with a couple penalties. Like I said, when it rains, it pours. So one thing led to another for him, and he's running in the 5th position. He's just trying to salvage a good finish here. There's quite a few laps left to go. I mean, we're approaching 40 laps to go. So a lot of things can happen, but remember, we're probably going to have some green flag pit stops. Gordon Carter running in the 2nd position. He wants to get around, and AP is going to give him a little room, it looks like. And I think AP is going to come down pit lane. It does look like Antonis is on pit lane here on lap 109. So we'll see how that pit stop works out here. Just a little bit different camera angle, but AP back on the track here, or back onto the access road through 1 and 2, and rejoins the racing surface in P6. Alexander Meshkov has now jumped up to that first car 1 lap down spot. He's running in 5th. Graham Vandertang is the race leader. Gordon Carter in 2nd. Dana Grover is in the 3rd position. Gordon Carter is starting to close in just a little bit. About 2 seconds back, so this is not a runaway for Bram. Gordon Carter not too far back. You see there's Bram Vandertang, and then Gordon Carter right there behind. John Stanley now getting by Gordon Carter, but not for position. Letting Gordon Carter go by, I should say. Gordon Carter wanted that to be as painless as possible, and he is running now about 1.7 seconds behind the race leader. Valdo giving us the play-by-play. He's got the strategy figured out, I think. There you go. Chat, if you think you agree with Givaldo, hit the thumbs up button. If not, then let's hear the argument. So Bram Vandertang is our leader. Givaldo thinks he's got the strategy figured out. Cheering for Dana to hold off Peter Church. It's a close battle there, so Peter Church and Dana Grover. Dana Grover is in the 3rd position. Peter Church is in 4th. There you go. That's why he was telling me to watch the battle. He said, hey, my friend. Keep your eyes on the track. Thank you. Look at this. Peter Church now battling Grover for the position. Peter Church to the inside of Dana Grover. That's for P3. And Peter Church set that pass up, man. Patient. Dana Grover says it is not over. Said that last time. And he meant it. So good pass there, Peter Church. Take a look here as we go back and take a look at this pass. As Peter Church to the inside of Dana Grover. And he gets that spot. Gordon Carter shown as the race leader, but he's coming down pit lane. So we've got pit stops. Some of them have finished them up. Some of them haven't. Take a look at the Vandertang's pit stop here. Bram Vandertang made a pit stop. We're watching a replay of that. On the pit lane. This lonely feeling, and it is almost just panic. You know, like, this is as fast as I'm going to be able to go here? Come on. Good thing about these cars is you got a speed limiter, so a little bit of a warping issue there, but you get a speed limiter, that helps out a lot. Stock cars, you do not, so you got to continually watch the dash, see what your speed is. Back to live, and Peter Church is our race leader. Dana Grover in second, Meshkoff third, Vandertang is fourth, Gordon Carter is in fifth. Vandertang pitting a little bit early. We'll see how this works out for him. I guess these guys maybe staying out, hoping there'd be a caution flag while he got caught on the pit lane. So Peter Church leading the field here on lap 122. Dana Grover is in second. About 2 seconds down as he comes off the track down to pit lane. So coming through 3 and 4 on the access road. And on to pit lane here for the 89 car. Peter Church now making a pit stop here in the 5 car. He's going to give up the race lead. I believe that may give the race lead to Meshkoff. We'll see. Yes, Alexander Meshkoff now to the race lead as Peter Church is on pit lane. Wrong label. There we go. Fire that guy. Peter Church finishing up. We're on lap 125. Alexander Meshkoff is the race leader. Vandertang now back up to P2. So 1.3, 1.2 seconds. And Vandertang definitely has a better car and on fresher tires. So look at this high line pass here for Meshkoff. Peter Church tucks in. Meshkoff trying to put some distance between he and Vandertang. So we got a car. Whoa! Wedged in between them, but Peter Church stepping on the gas. Almost got into the back of Meshkoff. They are drag racing down the front stretch. Peter Church running in the 6th position. Meshkoff is the leader. Church getting on the other side of Meshkoff. That's where he wants to be. Meshkoff now kind of an awkward exit to the corner on that one. Off of 2. And Peter Church getting around, not for position, but puts himself back on the lead lap the old-fashioned way. And now Meshkoff can see Vandertang in his rearview mirror. Vandertang is on the move. One lap 128, and Meshkoff looked like he wanted to get back around Peter Church. Might not be a bad idea. Try to put Peter Church back behind you. Give yourself a little bit of a cushion here. Meshkoff to the inside, Peter Church on the outside, and Meshkoff is going to get back by Peter Church. Now, if you're if you're Vandertang and you're watching this, you want to try to get by Peter Church as painlessly as possible. As Meshkoff gets the position on the track and holds on to the race lead, Vandertang is watching that. Maybe he's thinking that, hey, you go ahead, battle him a little bit. You're going to use up your tires, and I'm going to reel you in here in the last 10 laps. And it looks like Peter Church won back around. He's just wanting to race. Peter Church is absolutely wanting to race, and he's racing the race leader. He wants to race because he wants to get back on the lead lap in case there is a caution flag. Meshkoff doesn't want anything to do with that. I see what the strategy is. Meshkoff, and I don't blame him a bit. He wants to try to keep something between he and Vandertang. He knows Vandertang's faster than he is. And the benefactor here may end up being Gordon Carter. We'll see. Gordon Carter is about 4 seconds down to the race leader. So he definitely wants to see that battle rage. Meshkoff continuing the lead here on lap 132. So we are about 18 away from the checkered flag. Lap car could be in play here. John Stanley ahead of these guys. John Stanley. Oh, man, whoa! Meshkoff. Did you see that? Meshkoff almost took out John Stanley. Take a look at this. So this is on board with Meshkoff. John Stanley just ahead. Meshkoff's got a head of steam. And he almost gets into, oh my gosh, he almost took himself out of the race. Couldn't figure out how to get around Stanley. Holy Toledo. My heavens, man, that was crazy. That was a crazy sequence. Meshkoff still leading. Peter Church running in the 6th position just behind. Graham Vandertang is running in P2. He is 3rd in this screenshot here, or this window. Vandertang starting to have a little conversation a little bit, wondering who that person is in front of him. That guy's got every reason to fight. He wants to get back on the lead lap, and that is Peter Church. Not sure I would do anything differently. And Vandertang is wanting to get around. Jair Leveda and Emerson Scott here battling. JJ having a run here on Emerson Scott. Coming off. Emerson Scott gives him a ton of room. I don't think he got a little scared maybe. That car twitched. And JJ got to pick up a spot. Here we are with 13 laps to go. Meshkoff did not want to see that. And that was Graham Vandertang getting around Peter Church. This is just after the pass there as Vandertank passes on the outside line. Meshkoff and Vandertank are communicating back and forth. Who's got all the cards, man? Who's got the right cards? And who's bluffing? I think there's a little chatter on the radio between the two of them, and one of them, or both of them, or none of them, are bluffing. That covers all the bases, doesn't it? I think there may be a little bluff play going on here. This is with respect to the number of laps that you got left on your fuel. Vandertank is running in second. He's got the fresher tires, but there was some conversation about fuel. Here we are approaching 10 laps to go. Alexander Meshkoff, the race leader. Bram Vandertank is in P2, has led the most laps here tonight. Meshkoff has shown he had some early race bad luck, I should say, and has climbed back up here to the race lead. Maybe a little strategy, some timely cautions that work out in his favor. He's able to get back on the lead lap and then weave his way through traffic, hitting a little bit early. And here he is in the race lead. Oh, man, he makes contact with the outside wall. Coming off turn 4, there was contact. Meshkoff gets into the outside wall. Vandertank definitely would have seen that. And now he feels like it is his time to close in and get around Alexander Meshkoff. Meshkoff running into some lap traffic. Emerson Scott, lap car. On the outside, Meshkoff gets through. Emerson Scott gives Vandertank a lot of room. Gordon Carter running in the third position, kind of out there by himself right now. And we got a battle here for the race lead. We got a battle for the race lead, I believe. Oh, no! Oh, no! How in the world? Did you see that? Meshkoff's connection. He lost connection. My gosh. No. Ay, ay, ay. What a tough break for Alexander Meshkoff. No. Failure. Mechanical failure. Connection issue. Oh, my gosh. I just feel bad. Horrible. So Papadopoulos is running in P4. He's had a tough way to go and now running in the fourth position. Bram Vandertank is the race leader. What a horrible turn of events for Alexander Meshkoff, man. Ay, ay, ay. That's what happens sometimes, man. You race them across the other side of the world, literally, the other side of the world, and sometimes the connection issues bite us. I hesitate to think that I wouldn't have the same issues if I were racing in, in servers located where he's at, or who knows, somewhere else. Even the European servers, the South American servers, and so forth, sometimes I have connection issues. That is just, that's really, really too bad. Have the connection issue on the checkered flag after the checkered flag flies, and you're on your victory lap. As Paparanopoulos here has 2 laps to go. Now 1 lap. Excuse me, Vandertang. Or I don't know, the cars look similar. Bram Vandertang. Down the backstretch into turn 3. I think he wanted to fight for it, man. I don't think he wanted it this way. He wanted to fight for it. There was definitely going to be a battle there, but Bram Vandertang is going to come away with the win here at Gateway. Worldwide Technology Raceway. And gets the win. So congratulations to Bram. And a big win there for Bram Vandertang. Part of that Hank Stennecker Performance Engineering team. So congratulations to Bram. Hard fought battle there. So congratulations to him, and what a tough break there for Alexander Meshkov, man. I just feel awful for him. But those things happen, man. It is rFactor 2, that is for sure. He was there when he needed to be, and he was in doubt there just a little bit, I think, with that 10 to go. But then Meshkov lost his connection, and there you have it. Take a look at the results. Final results. Take a look at the Bram Vandertang gets the win. Gordon Carter finishes in second. Dana Grover finished in the 3rd position. Angelos Paparanopoulos finishes in 4th. Peter Church finishes in the 5th position. JJ finishes in P6. Emerson Scott 7th. Alexander Meshkov with the DNF finishes in the 8th position. From the lead to 8th in a matter of just a click. John Stanley finishes in P9. So Bram Vandertang gets the win. All right, we're joined in the booth by Bram Vandertang, and interesting finish to the race. You had the dominant car all day, but late in the race had to battle Alexander Meshkov. What was going through your mind there as you were closing in on the final laps of the race with that battle?
Yeah, I thought that I going to be when I pit in P1, but he pitted much earlier, and then I go in P2. I think I need to push so hard as I can, and then see what I can get.
I would imagine you felt pretty confident going into maybe the last 10 laps that on his older tires you'd be able to get around him. Was it harder than what it looked from my perspective?
Yeah, in the dirty air, it's hard. So no grip. Yeah,
a little bit of a short field here today, but we had a pretty solid race. Heath, for some of those guys, was on and off pit lane. How did you deal with the sort of the different style of pitting here using the access road?
Yeah, it was hard with full course yellows. The first one was a lucky one for me. But then that March, it changed my strategy. So yeah.
Well, next week we have Road America for the final race of the season. Really fast road course, a lot of room to race there. What's your feeling going into next week at the final race?
Yeah, March turn 1 is a hard braking zone, so there we can get much space. It's going to be a hard race with tires and one stop, I guess. So yeah, excited.
Well, yeah, congratulations, enjoy, and we'll see you next week, and hopefully another victory there. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What's up, Brian Vandertang here joining us in the booth, and very insightful. What, I got Iowa up there? I have no idea. Oh my God. I need to be fired, really. You got Iowa Speedway up there versus his screenshot just from now. A lot going on here. I swear to you, there's a lot going on. They got exactly the same cars too, by the way. Exactly the same paint scheme there. Let's see. We'll get the right one up there. There we go. There we go. I can do it, man. I need an assistant. Make her like, I don't know, super smart. So congratulations to Brave Vandertang on getting the win. And again, next week we'll be at Road America for the final race of the season. We'll crown the champion at Road America. Great track, man. No caution flags there. 40-lap race from that very, very fast road course at Road America. It'll be race number 8 of the season. A little bit later tonight, the Stock Car boys will be in action at their own road course, Watkins Glen, 35-lap race in the High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder. That comes up at 8 p.m. tonight. And on Wednesday, the Tough Trucks will kick off or continue the early part of season number 3 with race number 3, 70 laps on Pocono Raceway. That starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as well. Kind of interesting, too. This has a tire rule, so you're allotted 12 total tires, and any 2 tires you take over the limit is a 1-lap penalty. So give it a look, man. Pocono Raceway in the Tough Trucks. And, of course, the Bushwhacker Series will also be at Pocono on Friday, June the 20th for race number 2 of Season 3. Thank you so much for joining me here on the TurnLeftTV broadcast channel. Congratulations. We'll see you next time. I am out here.